Hi guys, so, you know, just out doing a few videos, getting some exercise. So I've done quite a few videos on what I think about the stock market. I feel that the stock market now is primed to go into more than just a correction. Okay. Before I was thinking that the stock market is going to go into 15 to 20% correction. Now I think that there's a really high risk profile, and I think a very high risk, a 35% risk, possibly 40% risk, that the correction will be double the average correction. So the average correction historically might be approximately 16%, and so I think that we're heading for double that in terms of a market correction. That would be a crash. I think that that risk profile is just way too much for almost anybody. And I think that people should, generally, average people should strongly think about getting out of the stock market completely, except for select companies that are very resistant to pandemic, in the pandemic environment and the high inflation environment. So if there are companies that are resistant to high inflation and pandemic environments, like possibly Amazon, right, and Google, then I suppose you could just hold that, right? But I feel that most of the stuff that you guys are investing in, you should just get out. The whole market, I think, is going to come down. It's going to be more than just what I thought before. I thought before maybe 20%. Now I'm thinking it's going to be over 30%. Or that the risk is maybe a 35% risk of that type of a correction that would be double the normal correction, which would be really horrific. It would be bad. It's too risky, too high of a risk profile for, ordinary mortals. And I think most people should just get the heck out of the stock market. And so what do, right? Well, what I'm doing is I'm researching gold mining stocks. So one example, one gold mine that I've looked at is in Nova Scotia. They have really good ground, excellent ground, and they're doing test holes right now. They're drilling test holes at this company, this mining company in Nova Scotia right now. They're doing the test drilling holes, and when they get the results, since it's such good ground, it'll probably be good results. When they get those results, the price of that stock is going to go up. It's possible that they could get bad results and the price would probably stay flat, but I don't think so. Okay, so I would encourage people to do deep research into gold and silver mining companies, and stay in companies that are resistant to inflation and the pandemic environment, if you're going to stay into anything. Crypto is a totally different ball of wax. I'm going to do a lot more videos on crypto, but this is my feeling about the stock market. And it's scary. I've looked at the data. I've looked at the charts. We're in more of a bubble now in terms of the stock market than we were during .com. It's more inflated of an environment now than it was during the .com bubble, and it's just crazy. It's too risky. People seriously think about getting out, and maybe just sitting on your hands for a couple months, or do the research. Research these mining companies. Do deep research. Don't make any, I wouldn't just go put money into Barrett because it's one of the biggest gold mining companies in the world. I wouldn't do that. I would research all these mining companies, find out who's got the best ground, who's got the best drilling results, who's got a good management team, who's got, good enough financing to get the job done, who's got the track record, right? Who can you trust? Do all of that. Okay? So I'm going to wrap it up. I have to do disclaimer, sorry. So this is for educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence before making any decisions or any trades, and please consult your own personal certified financial advisor. Okay, great. Have a good night.